denial of service attacks or can consume lot of bandwidth for your network. So, packet filtering firewalls is of low cost and low impact on the network. Why? They are of low cost because they are inbuilt into the router. You do not have to install extra hardware or software, only you have to configure the access control policy within the router itself, and they have low impact on the network performance because you are doing filtering at the router level. At the router, packet is always compared or always compared with a set of criteria to forward it to a proper route. So no extra overhead is involved in packet filtering firewalls. So, a packet filtering firewalls is nothing, it is a router sitting between the trusted and untrusted network, which can allow a packet or deny a packet depending upon the firewall rule set. But it cannot block a particular application, you can do only IP level filtering, or you can do the network address translation, but you cannot control the ports and the applications. This is the main drawback of the packet filtering firewall. So, how packet filtering firewall works in the TCP/IP stack? In the TCP/IP stack, when a traffic enters into your network through the physical layer, it goes to the data link layer, and when it comes to the router or IP layer, there is a access control policy ki whether to deny that packet or to allow that packet. If it is the access control policy allows that packet is forwarded to the network, otherwise traffic is filtered and is blocked at the IP layer itself. Traffic is filtered based on the specific rules including source and destination IP address, packet type and port number, etc. Another type of firewall is the circuit level firewall, which is installed which works at the session layer of the OSI model or the TCP layer of the TCP/IP. It monitors TCP handshaking between packets to determine whether a requested session is legitimate or not. But these are very rarely used because either we use the packet level filtering or the application level filtering. So, traffic is filtered based on the specific session rules, such as when a session is initiated by a recognized computer. Here you can configure the policies like one time access using password. So, you can stop the attempts like guessing of username and passwords. But this type of firewalls are very rarely used, either we use the packet filtering firewalls or the application level firewalls. So, most commonly used type of firewall, that is the application level firewalls. These firewalls are also called application level gateways or proxy servers and are similar to the circuit level gateways, except that they are application specific. They were session specific, now they are application specific. What do you mean by application here? There are many application protocols working at the application layer, working at different ports. So, you can specify the policies for the different applications and you can do the application level filtering. Gateway that is configured to be a web proxy will not allow any FTP, Gopher, Telnet or other traffic to pass through your network. So, application level firewall can provide higher level of security. You can block a particular application, you can allow a particular type of traffic, because you know ki different services have different security holes. So, to avoid those security holes, you can block the traffic from a particular service by blocking a particular port number. So, this is a extension of circuit level gateways which are configured at the application level. So, at the application level, now here traffic comes up to your application layer. There is no filtering at the packet level, at the IP layer. Your traffic comes at the application layer and traffic is filtered based upon the specified application or a protocol such as FTP or its combination. So, application level firewall provides very high security, but it affects the network performance, because you are discarding or allowing a packet after reaching the application layer, after doing all the network processing. So, it adversely affects your performance. So, sometimes to optimize both the speed and the performance and the security, we use stateful multi-layer firewalls. Stateful multi-level inspection firewalls, they combine the aspects of other three type of firewalls, that is the circuit level gateways, application level gateways and the packet filtering routers. They filter packets at the application layer also, determine whether session packets are legitimate by using the features of the circuit level gateway, and evaluate contents of the packets at the application layer, so as to protect your network against spams or viruses. So, a stateful packet inspection firewall combines all the good features of IP filtering, circuit level filtering and application level filtering to provide foolproof security to your network against certain attacks like IP spoofing and denial of service attacks. So, in a stateful multi-layer firewall, your packet may be filtered at the network layer, at the circuit layer or at the session layer or the application layer. So, traffic is filtered at three different layers based upon the wide range of a specific application, session and packet filtering rules. So, if a packet is filtered at the IP layer, no need to go at the session layer and application layer. If it is filtered at the session layer, no need to go to the application layer. So, it combines good features of IP filtering firewalls as well as the application level firewalls. We compare the performance of all these type of firewalls in terms of speed, flexibility and intelligence, means security level, then it comes कि packet filtering firewall is very high, good in speed, provides good flexibility, but low in intelligence, because you can filter a packet based upon its IP address and port number. You cannot intercept its contents and what type of traffic it is. So, its intelligence level is low. At application level gateways or firewalls, they are low in speed because they affect the network performance in a very bad way. They slow down your network and less flexible and but very intelligent, provide good security. Stateful inspection firewalls, because they combine the features of all the three, say they are good in speed, optimum in flexibility and good in security. And circuit gateways, they are low in speed, low in flexibility and low in intelligence. That is why they are very rarely used. Either we use packet filtering if we are concerned about the speed, network performance, then we go for packet filtering. If we are concerned about the intelligence of the firewall, then we use the application level firewalls. But if we want to optimize both the speed and the intelligence, then we combine and we use the stateful inspection firewall, which combine the features of this means when we go from IP layer to application layer, intelligence increases, but the speed decreases. So, this was all about what a firewall can do. It can protect against malicious insider. It can protect you from various type of attacks, but a firewall, what it cannot do, it cannot protect against malicious insiders, because it protects as a the network from the external outside intruders. If the intruder is within your system itself who are breaching your confidentiality and integrity, firewall has no check on that intruder. So, it cannot protect against malicious insiders which are inside your network, rather it protects your network from the external intruders. It can not protect connections that do not go through it. Sometimes we allow some host to bypass the proxy. Such type of connections cannot be intercepted by the firewall and cannot be secured through the firewalls. Because once you configure a firewall for certain type of threats, it can protect the network only those type of thefts or threats. If some new threat comes to your network, that cannot be recognized by your firewall. For example, you configure your antivirus for certain type of viruses, but when the new virus comes, you have to update your antivirus software for the new threats. So, once a firewall is configured, it is configured for some known threats. If a new threat comes, it cannot be protected by the firewall. If you are using the packet level filtering, your firewall is not much intelligent, then it cannot protect your network against viruses, because it can scan for source and destination addresses, port numbers, but not the details of data. But work is going on, lot of research is going on the firewalls, intelligent firewalls which can scan the data or details of the data to protect your network against viruses. These firewalls can be designed with the antiviruses software built into it on the top of the application layer. What is the future of the firewall? Firewalls are being used and are in use and will continue to use in the future. Firewalls will continue to advance as the attacks on IT infrastructure become more and more sophisticated. Every day you hear about new type of attacks, because more and more IT services are being used by the people, like banking services, financial, online shopping. So, new type of intruders and attackers, they come into picture which create new type of threats. So, firewall we need to for those threats, firewalls need to be upgraded so that they can take care of those attacks. More and more client and server applications are coming with native support for proxied environment. What does it mean? Because every operating system now comes with some built-in firewalls. So, moreover, not only the operating system, many applications, they are also try to provide many security policies like SOAP and Java. They have inbuilt security features which can provide the host security, which is very key to your network security. Firewall that scan for viruses as they enter the network, and several firms are currently exploring this idea, but it is not yet in wide use. Because as we have seen, firewalls can filter the data at the IP layer or application layer or the session layer, but it cannot see the details of the data, whether this data contains some virus code or some illegitimate code that cannot be intercepted by the firewall. So, a lot of work is going on the design of a firewall which can view the contents of your packet, and if it is a virus infected packet, then it should run some antivirus software to stop that packet or to correct the contents of the packet. So, firewall is a future for network security. It is a very good model for network security. In addition to the other models, it can act as a control access point for your network and protect your network resources, data and reputation from untrusted network or intruders which are sitting on the internet. So, with these words we conclude this talk. It is clear that some form of security for private networks connected to the internet is essential. A firewall is an important and necessary part of the security, but cannot be expected to perform all the required security functions. So, firewall is a very good security tool, but it is not a foolproof tool. So, in addition to firewall, we have to use other security tools. With these words, I am thankful to all of you for patient hearing.